big thank you to More Blessing as well as the sports team for taking care of you. Shawnee, good job. Our time at exactly 26 minutes to the hour 8 here on my station, your station, ZiFM Stereo. Welcome to yet another captivating episode of Backstage, where we delve deep into the stories behind the music that moves us. I'm your host, Patience Musa. It's always an honor coming through on a beautiful day like this, a beautiful month, a beautiful week. I'm certainly hoping that you are enjoying it. 0772-168-045 is our WhatsApp, and that's the number you use to communicate. I wonder if it's raining where you are right now, because it's certainly raining in Newlands. I want to know, is it raining there? Where are you listening from? And I will be letting you know shortly who I have in the studio, so you can also send questions for them. And I suspect we may just be live on some platform. I'll advise you much later on. This evening, we're joined by a remarkable artist whose soulful melodies and heartfelt lyrics have resonated with many. This is a young man who I've watched grow from a... I was going to use a term here. So let me not get into that. But he's a protege of the legendary Oliver Mtukudzi, and a few artists that we love that are quite big right now have passed through his hands. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. Do not touch that dial, because in the studio with me this evening is Mbeu. Ashton Mbeu Nyaura. Ashi?
Yes. Peshi. I got the Ashi.
Ashi, Peshi. Oh, do you see how that works? That rhymes.
There's a rhyme there. That's a song. Peshi, Ashi, Peshi, Ashi.
Certainly. 0772-168-045 is our WhatsApp. Thank you very much for all the messages that you've already started sending through. And so in case you don't know, Mbeu, also known as Ashton Nyahora, is a gifted singer, songwriter, is an instrumentalist. He has his band, the Modzi Tribe. We're going to find out more about him tonight. If you have any questions for him, so any questions you have, send them through to our WhatsApp 0772-168-045. That number again. So, Dave Ashi.
The boy in Peshi. How are you?
How are you doing?
I'm so happy to be here. It's been long.
I actually loved it that you actually stopped and you said Peshi, and I'm like, that did something to my day. Wow. And I really appreciate that. I really wish a lot more people would do that.
Your family. You washed me
a little
from a boy to a man. So
do you hear the way I said that? Kanyana. So look, how are you? I saw on social media that you were hurt.
Yeah,
I wanted to reach out, but I know that
I know. And I heard you were asking about that, and I'm happy to be alive. I got into an accident, on the 1st of January. Imagine, I almost lost my life, and I'm grateful to be here and to be alive and to be fit. I only had one fractured rib, but I'm recovering.
I love the way you say that. I only had one fractured rib.
Yeah.
But that's the way to go, positivity. Because if something like that happens to you in the beginning of the year, it kind of weighs down on you, right?
It does.
And you look at the whole year and you're like, Lord, what's going to be happening this year?
I was so depressed, Peshi. I was so depressed because I had my gigs at Bukwa Kare. So the band had to go and perform. But, I was happy with it. They managed to pull through, and, it just made me feel stronger. It gave me so much power. I feel like, I do have a team on my side. So I really appreciate the guys that I'm working with.
It's good that you say that, because I was going to ask what happens
mawan Peshi, and so I'm really grateful to the whole team, and I'm back on stage now, and I'm performer, and I'm happy to be making music for my fans again.
And how are you feeling now?
I'm feeling much better. I'm grateful. I'm very, very grateful to be alive and just well. It's something that you just don't recover just like that from it. But song.
Serious? Aiwa ndozvatoda kai. Ndozvatoda. As long as wapora iye kuzoti panomborwadza kana kwakutonhora pane ma clouds dzinenge dzadzimwe nyaya.
I feel so inspired and about a week ago ndakatoreleasa imwe single inonzi Dabuka, but I'm releasing another single again on Thursday before Valentine's Day inonzi Mami. It's a love song, a beautiful love song, so you'll be the first one to get it before certain datum
wachitaura pane vanhu
ndataura pano
vanhu vese panapa mawitness esari panza I'm going to be first.
You're going to be
I look forward to that. I've always been a fan of your music. So now before we get into the deep and the dark spaces, let's talk about your journey as Mbeu. Why Mbeu?
The funny thing about my journey is kuti ndaitoda kuramba zero res, kuti ndaita ndonzi ashiza ashton ashiza maniza ndaida kutoshuga ndaida kutozviita izvozvo but zvakaramba and I have got this guy wandogara ndakataura nezvake who made me embrace the name Mbeu anonzi Munyaradzi Mucherechedzo aka Carbon. He was one of my first producers that I worked with pa song yawamboridza Mavanga and so many tracks. You never know your destiny pamwe yakatolainwa na Mbeu, so hence pakazozvarwa Modzi Tribe. And funny enough, this year together with my colleagues we are celebrating 10 years of Modzi Tribe music.
Wow.
10 years of Modzi Tribe music, so I'm so excited and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for these blessings.
Now, over the years, you have enjoyed success within the industry. And then, whenever you release something and people are talking about you, you go get the dollars.
You always do.
But you've been quiet of late.
Yeah,
So what's been going on?
I've been working on music, recording music. As you know, I usually love to take my time when it comes to making music for my fans because, but the fans that vanotera music Mbeu vane standards that akavasetera. So I always try by all means to not go below those standards. So I really take my time. And last year I was recording so much music, doing collaborations with different artists and the likes. But this year I'm really ready to release music. Because hey, ndandafaka musara uchizorelease music.
Iwe tinoita nayo mari so inkatodzokera music ndakutoaridza necharidza ndichaimba
collab yangu yandakatomirira une song yangu iwewe.
If you're just tuning in, we're my station, your station, ZiFM stereo. Our time at 18 minutes to the hour 8. This is Backstage. In the studio with me is Mbeu. So how is management going right now? Who's managing you right now?
Yes, as you know, ndakaposta pa ma social media platforms zangu kutanga kwegore ndakumanagwa nemukomana ari kumashure kwangu ndati mukomana asega nditi murume anonzi Nigel Kabila. He's now the manager and ndiye vakurana netunhu ndine operations team yangu. I've got Tyler also here and Luke Chitaimani. So I'm incorporating a couple of guys to come in and help out, push the brand to another level because as you know basa racharipere tinongana batingoshanda day in day out. So I'm really much so happy, and even my collaborations that I want to secure for this year, I've got lots of international collaborations that
nice. We're looking forward to them.
Definitely. Yeah.
So the management. Now you've had quite a rough road with managers.
Yeah.
And then some of them are Mbeu anonetsa unonetsa ere Mbeu iori shamari yangu ska maybe nini papa unone nini ngochikusekerera uchiacta nice Kabila tauro chokwadi muna anetsero anetsero amuna uteta we kunotora makuseni kuma 4 am kuti mukasatonomutora na 4 am ka anotsvedza.
I think chakanyondibatsira is Patience kuti maoko andakabva mari. Dr. Oliver Mtukudzi was I would say tough man. Munhu aiti bata sevana, not just artist, because papakare paerenzi muri vana. So even in terms of being punctual, nyaya dzetime, nyaya dzekunge uchita show up where you're supposed to show up nanasi. Even when he's not there, I still feel his presence. But I'm grateful. Even when I've worked with a lot of people, Peshi, as you've said, Guti, manage but I'm really grateful because if it wasn't for them also, so I'm really, really grateful for that.
0772168045 is our WhatsApp. If you have any questions at all for Mbeu, do send them through. Nyasha Tota Ndeipi, how you doing? Also got a message hands hi page nasa uskuseka one. Mimi ndikatazi kusekerera muno green sawira wangu ari muno. Kusekerera akomane. Mandy listening in from Harare says it's raining in Krembon. Somebody here says raining in the CBD of Harare. Masbaba Shepherd Katana Paguruve Chikokonya. Thank you so much for tuning in. Another message here reads, I'm happy kunzwa Mbeu Pazia. Always listen to Manera on YouTube. That's Amos who's listening in from Avonlea. Okay, now talking about the late Dr. Oliver Mtukudzi. What lessons, besides the one that you just mentioned, what other lessons did you learn from him?
I think the greatest lesson I got from him is being humble, because vaigara vakati tsipikidza kuti, you know, chakapenga music yaunogadzira iwewe you're still the same person. If you take a look at I know you understand this because you're an artist too. Tinogadzira music, we get appreciation from the fans, but sometimes tine tumwe tumapapiro tunozombomera osoto kuti uchifamba unza ndiyo you know, so I've really, you know, I learned a lot from that man, and I'm really grateful that I managed to see him, you know, in person and work with him at a closer level in this lifetime. And I'm still learning my way up, you know, but I think that's one of the things that helps me a lot even now as I maneuver my way into the music industry.
Now, Felinande is doing amazingly well. And I first saw her when she was performing with you. And I used to watch your posts on social media, and I used to love how you would celebrate every single member of your band, and how you celebrated her, which possibly gave her confidence to feel good. You know what? I can also do something on my own. How does it feel watching her as she is now, doing everything that she's doing?
Man, it's amazing. It's like being somebody akashanda naye kunguwa and akashanda naye. I'm really happy for her. And you know, when I look back nichitarisa even ndarambotaura pepe nchiti ndakashanda nayo nakawanda. There's so many artists fandasenza now. She's one of the most humblest people that you can ever meet, you know. Ndo zvakandibatsira kuti ndinge ndichizonzi tazoita relationship yatakaita iyoyo yekuti, you know, even musically we made good music, we made good albums together, and even up to now she's flying high. And I always tell her every time we meet up, you know what, the sky is the limit. Keep on pushing yourself, keep on elevating yourself, because obviously she takes me as a brother, but also as a father. I was her mentor, and I am still her mentor. So I'm really grateful to have worked with her, and she's one artist to look out for from Zimbabwe.
Now, Felinande isn't the only artist that has passed through your hands. Sarungano is also another. Are you working on grooming other artists? Is there anything that you're cooking?
Well, I always work with my artist Akawanda Peshi. Sarungano, I can't say directly I groomed him, but you know, we were under the same umbrella since, you know, we were all from Prakaripai. But I've got lots of fresh talent and like I told you, when I encountered the accident and the band continued. I've got fana vari band mangu anotorova mangoma chaizvo zviri serious. So I'm really grateful to be able to give light to these upcoming musicians. And you know, sometimes say papa ma situations unotozorealize unoti uyu potential yake munhu inotosvika apa because hapana pandaizombozivao kuti vakomana vandosenza nawo they could pull this without me. Of course, not being kuti munhu ane pride or anything, but mamwe ma situations munosangana nawo kuti muone ma potential yevamwe. Saka I'm there to uplift in any way that I can my upcoming artists varipo, including nevanhu vandiri kusenza nawo vari part of the Modzi tribe.
Now, reflecting on your decade-long career,
Yeah.
what have been some of the most challenging and rewarding moments?
You know, music is a journey, and it hasn't been easy. Like what you've said, you encounter lots of things. For starters, like my artists especially kana uri artist wechikadzi kana kuti artist wechirume unodiwo nekadzi kana so you have to be somebody ari down to earth anoziva the focus chawakapindira music industry. And also mamwe challenges atinosangana nawo is these past years pakauya COVID, we were not able to perform. So zvakatidzidzisa ukatarisa maartist akawanda inini it hurts me so much ndichiti kana ndikapinda pa social media I see mamwe maartist akanza ningi kana kuti is not feeling well arwara mitreo go fund me and the likes. So it taught us a lot kuti we have to invest in other things. It's not just music because we've got families to take care of. Yeah, Peishi. So for me, I really learned a lot, and I'm still learning. Like I said, Pai, I'm trying by all means kuti ndinge ndichisecure legacy yangu kuti vana vangu pavanosaro vanoti aiwa havazobvunze mvunzo vakataura nawingi uya kunzi dedi maitei.
0772168045 is our WhatsApp. My Changara in Amanda's concession says it's raining here in concession. It's cool and calm. Oh, I love the rain. Another message coming through on ZiFM. Mbeu is talented and always down to earth. That's SG listening in from Windsor Park.
Thank you.
And Team Zora Pakwekwe Globe and it's raining in Kwekwe. Nice. And also got a message here from Linda who says, I love me Mbeu. So look, we're in February. You had a rough start to the year.
Yeah.
You're releasing a single
Yes.
in a few days.
In a few days.
What are the plans for 2025?
I want to take music to the people and give more music to the fans, because vanhu vakawanda, I remember last week I bumped into this fan akanditi Mbeu uyo unobhoyera chenyaya yekuti ukabudisa song unobva endobva unozviwanda muchibage zvako. I was like, no guys, sometimes I need time yekuti ndinatsobatanidza zvinhu. As you know kuti it hasn't been an easy journey, especially like coming from challenges that asangana nawo sema artist. So vanhu vakawanda, especially munguva yeCovid year, vanhu vakawanda vakatosiya magitare, So for us as artists, we are trying to balance and trying to move according to time, because mazuva music irikubudiswa every day. And if you take a look at rate yacho yairi kubudiswa music, zvimwe zviri kungobudiswa vamwe vanhu vanenge vachicomplaina vamwe vari kudii, but at the same time you have to compete mu market yakadaro, because of course vanhu takasiyana, there can never be another Mbeu, but I have to compete also with the artists that are releasing music. And I'm really happy kuti feedback yandowanayo kubva kuma fans ndo inotipusha. So I'm working on so many projects, videos, and I've also got tours lined up. As you know, ndamutaura ndikati manager vanyowani varipo vari kusanganisa basa. Last year we did the Australian tour. It was a very successful tour.
Nice.
Yeah, we did.
How was the music received there?
I was shocked because I'd never been to Australia. So imagine going there, stepping up as a stage, and then you hear people sing Manera or Mavanga. It was just overwhelming for me, but it gave me a fire in me. You know what? So so I'm looking forward to this year, and also doing shows inside the country. I would be traveling to my provinces essay because so I'm trying to branch through kuti ndinge ndichishika music kwose kumativi mana enyika.
And what are the differences that you notice when you traveled, your reception there and mabatira tokuita kunoku?
Wow, what a mvunzi yako patient. Okay, I'll be honest. Kunzoko, I'll tell you kuti the response is so overwhelming. Maybe Kunoko is because I do so many shows here and tumbatira but kamshaya weekend bata next week but one. But I really appreciate the support yandopiwa with the fans, and it's so overwhelming. Ndiri munhu wayo kuti ndinopiwa moto wekuda kuramba ndichishanda with the support yandopiwa my fans. So just keep on supporting me, and ndicharamba ndichingokupai manzi.
Well, we have 7 minutes to go, and if you're just joining me, this is my station, your station, ZiFM Stereo. My name is Patience Musa on Backstage, and in the studio we have the superstar Mbeu. 0772168045 is the number you send all your questions to. My questions munonatozisisisa inani kwanise kwabvunza inini because ndinozotanga kutrenda kuti ndakabvunza zvinhu sirizvo saka pane munhu atumira futi question, one of those controversial ones, anozokatwa kuti onge zvinonzi question yabva mumwoyo mangu ainobva mumwoyo mangu iyi. Pane munhu atotumirawo message pano zvikanzi hi, he's really talented, zviya akazorora here?
I'll be honest with you. That's a question that I'm not going to answer today because I'm really trying to separate my private life.
Is it possible though? Is it possible to separate your life as a celebrity? Because remember, we love your music and we want to know everything about you.
Yeah.
Which azvigona here izvozvo? Urikuona uri kuzvigona?
Ndozvigona because Mbeu na Ashton akatosiyana. Ashton has his own personal life, but Mbeu is a very single guy. But Ashton has got his own personal life. But Mbeu is a very single guy.
Saka vanoda Mbeu
vanoda Mbeu
ashindiyo
ndisingazotaure kuti but
saka uri Mbeu nguva ipi vanhu vabva vaziya nguva yekutaimira?
Ndiri Mbeu pandinongonotsika pastage paya asi ndichingodzika chete Ashton.
Saka maproposals achanetsa kai ekungotaimira pastage chete. Jerry Marimo, the ZiFM Stereo shareholder in Mufagos, he says, hi Patience, hi Mbeu, tiri kunzwa in understanding you Mbeu.
And I'm understanding you Mbeu.
And kudos to you Mbeu for coming to Backstage, so we understand you. I respect you for coming here. And chibuditsa manzi
ndikutop Thursday 13 February ndineka sonke vale genyu.
Another message here says, hello Peshi, Mbeu gonna hake thumbs up. Why isn't he doing so much reggae or conscious? Because your voice is perfect for that. And one of my perfect songs is actually a reggae song.
Yeah, it's Emma.
Yeah. I can listen to Emma all day.
I remember sometimes
again and again on rewind.
Yeah. Like I'm not a musician that is centralized upon one genre. I came from Pakaripaya. I do Afrofusion, I do reggae. I have track ring when ndinaro a rumba one to surprise one. So I don't want to box.
Rumba.
Ndenchitamba nekutoimba zvese.
Andikubvunzira ini ndikubvunzira vaya vati vari kuda kukanda maproposal for stage.
Yeah, so I've got lots of surprises for the fans, and I love to explore because, as you said, Guti, I'm a vocalist. The sky is the limit. I believe I can sing anything, but I promise my fans, Guti, this year I've got lots of reggae songs coming.
All right. Should we expect videos as well, especially for the single that you're releasing this week?
Yes, it's an official video. Yeah, so
okay. Yeah. So muna ninga release a song ye romance. Valentine's Day ga musweni and iskubvunza ashi. I just want to stay in Ruvunza Mbeu.
Yeah.
So wakatirongereiko for Valentine's Day? Are you not crooning somewhere?
Yeah, I'll be at Holiday Inn from 6 to 10. So make sure serenading the couples there. We bring your couple to like a good jam session kanaka on the 14th of February. Definitely Manero 6 to 10.
A message says, hi Peshi, hi Mbeu, mufesu yanoti gonera zvekudaro is the best. Keep up the fire burning. Hanzi imborova kaka freestyle. Aiwa munhu anoya akagadzira panoya next time ndinge ndamuudza kuti ndo zvauri uzoita unatsoya negitari rake chichichi but nhasi hachimbomuregerera iwe. Hanzi apa husi pa stage ka uri Ashton, so tell us about Ashi. And that's a message coming from Boss Diva pa Arlington.
Ashi is just a simple guy. I'm a simple guy. Even I'm not an outgoing person. I'm an indoor person, and I'm an introvert. And you know, I think I've always been doing guitars like for the past since 2010. So looking back at it, you know, I think not only because you know so I love being indoors and just making music. Studio and shows. That's my lifestyle. And
so what do you do when you're not on stage besides ngogara kukumba ukangotu ndongena kagara kukumba I'm an introvert echingofuna ndongogara uchi look like ameno like you're sad uchi on TV chicha unoita chinokunakidza besides the music.
I just sometimes I'll be hanging out with my friends, but of course I've got some side hustles you know, like I said Pepe kuti ever since COVID I learned kuti, you know, you can't only base upon music chete. So I've got my side hustles song to data, but at the same time I just love being indoors, you know. I'm just chilled, no pressure. I'm a low-key person.
Ashano boa.
I'm a very boring person.
Toda Mbeu ashano boa. Next time ashinga sawe kuno. Toda Mbeu chete
manager.
You kabila usawe na ashibana. Ano boa. Toda. Got a message here from Seroni Banditi from Guruwe. Good to know that you're tuned in. Also got message here from Washington. Good to know that you're tuned in Washington. Okay, so looking at it, that you know a lot of people are looking up to you, and there are lots of young people or older people even are open into the industry.
Yeah.
And you've been in the industry for a while. What advice would you give aspiring musicians who are just trying to make a name for themselves in the industry in 2025?
Yeah, the first thing Chandoda is about consistency, being consistent. Once you decide you want to get into music, it's not something you do not and then mangona because as you know, right now the world is changing very fast. So when you decide you want to be a musician, you have to be in it with everything, and also humbleness, just being humble, trying by all means the wrong way in my shoulders with the people in the industry, because as you know the industry is
it's small.
Yeah, it's small. So sometimes just living your life, minding your own business. Me versus me. It's not like a competition. I'll be trying to prove to anybody that I'm better than who you can achieve, because they can never be a better you than you. That's what Dr. Oliver Mtukudzi used to say. So I would advise them to just be original, be yourself, and be authentic. Don't be afraid to express yourself. In Nwandiri, I'm proud. I'm a proud Zimbabwean, proud African, and I want to parade my country. I want to raise the country's flag high. I want to make sure all the four corners of Pasiro Sevanoziva kuti kune chinonzi Zimbabwe, kune chinonzi Shona, kune chinonzi culture yedu. That's pride yangu, ndo pride yangu. That's who I am. So noza ndwangu sira kuma artist kuti just be proud of who you are, embrace your culture. I know mazwano kune magenres akawanda ariko, there's hip hop, there's chichi zakasiyana, but there are ways to bring out our cultural diversity. More music can inspire you. So be original, be yourself. Don't be afraid to be yourself. That's the only way people can relate or identify you.
Andizoti ndiyanapindura question Mbeu kana kuti Ashi, whoever anotaurisa iye wacho apindura question anotaurisa. Got a message from Bla Buju pa noted and anogona mfana uyu, and somebody here says play Emma. I wish I could. Your social media handles before you go?
Yes, my social media handles from Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok akanzi Mbeu space ZW, Mbeu ZW, and then my contact number is 077 444 5771. Wanenga wachida kunibata, wanenga wachida utama bookings. I'll repeat 077 444 5771. Yeah.
Alrighty. And so again, thank you very much for coming through.
Thank you for having me here. I
do appreciate you for coming through.
Thank you so much. It's always an honor to be here. Ndo farira kuya pano pa ZiFM pano nakidza. nguva ino inotozoita shoma
aiwa unofanira kuti panonakidza kana ine ndiri
kana iwe uripo Peshi sure
auone manje ndozvazvinoitwa
uziye wanubi yangu.
And that wraps up tonight's show. It's been a pleasure getting to know, catching up with Mbeu, getting to know Mbeu. For some of you who haven't ever had listened to a chat like this with him before, I'm sure we'll all be eagerly awaiting this new music. Ndakaimirira romance song iyoyo ndindanzi ndikutanga kuinzwa. Thank you so much for coming, Kabila. Thanks for bringing mfano yenyu kunoko. And thank you listening right now for supporting Zimbabwean music. Let's continue to support Zimbabwean talent. And so join me next week, same time, right here on ZiFM Stereo. My name is Patience Musa. Remember, this is your evening. This is your day, your week. So you go ahead and you claim it, you take it, you own it, and you rock it. Emayarambasha.
Peshi. 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 Peshi.
Ndi ashikano ndimbeu.
Ndimbeu.